Hi everyone! Today we'll practice speaking confidently about sustainability. By the end of this video, you'll be able to talk about sustainability confidently in English, whether at school, work, or with friends. For other videos in this series, please check out these videos. And if you want to learn any new vocabulary, please also check out the video linked because all the vocabulary in my sustainability series will all be discussed and explained in this video. Now, let's start by practicing a real-life conversation about a sustainability group project. After every sentence, please pause and repeat after me to get the best speaking practice. Today, I'm working on my sustainability project. I'm trying to decide which topic to focus on. I'm thinking about researching ways to reduce everyday waste. I want to focus on small habits that make a big difference. For example, using reusable bags instead of plastic ones. Or bringing a reusable water bottle everywhere I go. I've also started buying more secondhand clothing. Secondhand clothing really helps to reduce fast fashion waste. It's also really fun to find unique pieces. A lot of the pieces are also brand new for really good prices. Yesterday, I went thrifting and I found a pair of jeans for only $20. The jeans are also really cool. They're this bright orange color. I think for my presentation, I also want to include some data about carbon footprints. Numbers will help people understand the impact more clearly. I also want to share simple, realistic tips for students. For example, turning off the lights when they leave a room, or planning meals to reduce food waste. All these small actions really make a difference and add up over time. Sustainability isn't about being perfect. It's about being mindful and making better choices. I can't wait to finish my presentation and teach everyone in my class all about sustainability. Great. So now that we finished practicing this real-life conversation, next I want to practice giving our opinion. So what I have is 6 different questions. I'll start off with 3 opinion-based questions. So opinion-based questions will be more questions that are about your opinion. Then I'll move on to 3 questions that are more about. Also, for the 3 opinion-based questions, I have a simple answer example and an advanced answer example for each, so we can practice speaking both and you can hear the differences in each answer. Advanced answer for each question, so you can practice speaking both and also see the difference. Question 1. Do you think schools should teach sustainability to students? Here's an example of a simple answer. In my opinion, yes. Students can learn how to take care of the environment. Schools can teach them to recycle, save energy, and not waste water. If students learn this early, they will make better choices in the future. Here's an example of a more advanced answer. In my opinion, teaching sustainability in schools is essential. Education at a young age can instill habits that students carry into adulthood. schools can provide practical lessons such as recycling programs, energy-saving projects, and community cleanups, which allow students to apply sustainable practices in real life. By learning the consequences of waste and the importance of conservation, students develop awareness and responsibility, which can influence their families and communities positively. Question 2. Should governments ban single-use plastics? Here's an example of a simple answer. In my opinion, yes. People use too much plastic every day, and it harms the environment. If governments ban single-use plastics, fewer plastics will end up in rivers and oceans. This will help animals and keep nature clean. Here's an example of an advanced answer. In my opinion, governments should absolutely ban single-use plastics. Every day, millions of plastic items are used once and then discarded, causing enormous harm to ecosystems. By implementing a ban, governments can not only reduce pollution, but also encourage businesses and consumers to adopt sustainable alternatives. This approach can have long-term benefits for both the environment and society, promoting a culture of responsibility and sustainable living. Question 3. What can individuals do to reduce waste at home? Here's an example of a simple answer. I think people should recycle more and try to use less plastic. They can also compost food scraps and bring reusable bags when shopping. Small actions like these help the environment a lot. Here's an example of an advanced answer. I think individuals have a crucial role in reducing household waste. Beyond recycling and composting, people can plan their purchases carefully to avoid unnecessary items, repair old clothes instead of throwing them away, and switch to biodegradable or reusable products whenever possible. By combining these habits consistently, each person can contribute to a significant reduction in their carbon footprint and inspire others to adopt similar practices. Here are some more examples of answers to sustainability-related questions. Question 1. Why do some people ignore environmental issues? I think some people ignore environmental issues because they feel that their individual actions won't make a difference, or they may not be aware of the consequences of their behavior. Additionally, busy lifestyles and convenience often lead people to choose options that are less sustainable. Question 2. How can governments encourage people to live more sustainably? Sample answer. Governments can play a significant role by providing incentives for eco-friendly behaviors, like discounts for using public transportation or rewards for recycling. They can also run awareness campaigns and introduce regulations that require companies to adopt sustainable practices. Education is key. When people understand the impact of their actions, they are more likely to change their habits. Question 3. Do you think sustainability will become more important in the future? Yes, definitely. As the effects of climate change and resource depletion become more visible, I believe that sustainability will be a priority for governments, companies, and individuals. Future generations will need to adopt sustainable habits, so it's critical to start educating and implementing these practices now. Great, that's all for today's lesson. Great job today, and remember, speaking improves fastest when you repeat aloud, shadow, and record yourself. If you guys have any questions or comments about today's lessons, feel free to ask in the comments below, and I'll happily reply as soon as I can. Bye!